Welcome everybody! It's another community event stream. This will be a good one. This time, we feature another one of Tubernaut's TruckKiller maps. This time, there's a special rule in place where you must run your engine at 7,000 RPM or less instead of the standard 8,000. Why 7,000? Because it's Community Event 7. Haha. This should result in people trying to carry momentum a little bit better than normal, but there's only one way to find out. Stick around. Stream will begin soon. Let me know how the audio is, like music, video, me. Let me know. Alright, stream will begin right about now. Let's go. Here we are at TruckKiller Wildfire. This is a community event series, so this means everyone submitted their clips, and I put it all together in a long video that we play through that I can pause at any time. You see there? So if something happens, I can pause. And we got Wildfire, or Wild Hair, Bloodshed, or whatever it's called, I forget. Blood Rush, there we go. And here's a tour of the track. We will begin today's stream with some example runs of what everyone is supposed to be doing. So Wild Hair here, getting ready to show us how we go off. Once you start moving from the start line, the timer will begin. This is a time trials event. And you can see as the driver is going around, their name appears in the top. And instead of usual 2 laps around for my community events, I decided this time it'll be only 1 lap around to keep things a little bit shorter. And once you go across the line, your time is displayed, and you get a top 5 lap times in the top left corner. And you can see Marky Jester in the jet. Went around with a 109.42. I guess it's got a very slow turn. So next up, instead of the usual 2-wheel skills, this event we are doing best trick after racing, time trials. You give it a 1 and done, send it, and if your truck survives, you can do 1 more. So, Wild Hair going for some big air, and a save. And then there's truck survived, so he'll try to go for 1 more. Only 1 hit is required to be judged, but if your truck survives and you can do 2, then that's just a bonus. And he'll do some big air and wheelie over the tabletop, not bad. And at this point I would pause the video and let you all score, and then we would average out the scores. And here's what I would do. I would go up here and give the example score there. I would just type it up in the top corner there. Jax gave it a 1, very nice. Moving on though. Next, trucks after that. Swap to the freestyle map. You could do best trick on freestyle or racing, whatever you thought was better on. And once they hit their first jump in freestyle, a timer would start. What are my PC specs? Ryzen Threadripper, 32 gigs of RAM, and a Radeon 7. And I'm not going to do a whole run here for the example freestyle, just showing basically what you do. But that's not all. You saw it at the beginning That's not all you do this event. Instead, we go to the tuning menu, and you want to take your RPM limit and bring it right down to 7,000. What this does is it gives you a little bit less power, less top speed, so you have to work on maintaining your momentum better. So you can see RPM only goes up to 7,000 now. And the engine note is different, and it does not rev as high. I think we are ready to begin tonight's community event. Let's give it up for Wildfire Blood Rush. And that's the track. Racing begins right now. First up, we've got Sin in the Windbreaker. Now, not everyone has a supercomputer like me. If they had their own lower settings to get usable frame rates, that's what they did. So that's what's going on here. Some trucks didn't run sound, but I have made sure that those trucks that don't do that have run the proper tuning settings. Sin here is putting on a rocket at a time. Look at this. Perfect turn. 1928. He will be in the top spot for now. Windbreaker, Sin. It's a pretty good time. Really good time, actually. Next up, we have the game in Forged to Fire. Looks like he edited his engine sounds. Oh well. What's up, everybody? Game here. Forged to Fire. Looks like he's got a looser suspension setup. I'm not sure how that's going to help him here. It's not going to get him in the number 1 spot yet. I'll put him in number 2. Next up, Tubernaut. The man who did the track is also competing in tonight's event, so that's something I don't think we've seen before, really. So this will be interesting. How can he do on his own track in Steel Dragon? Some trucks are choosing to air it out over that first jump. I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do. We'll have to see how the racing times plan out over the night. And he gets a time of 20.38. We'll put him in second place in Steel Dragon. Sin more than a second faster though. He's going to be tough to beat. Dalton Glenn saying he's been watching for over 2 years. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. RJRandovich and Pastrana 199. Coming up next. He's got a bit of a wider screen aspect ratio, but that's fine as long as we can properly see where the truck begins and ends. It doesn't matter what resolution you record in. 2120. That'll put him ahead of the game, but unfortunately it's not going to get him ahead of Tubernaut or Sin. Next up, oh, here he is. The legend has returned. This time in an actual competing truck. It's Marky Jester in the Bounty Hunter. He's going for the other lane. It's turn and burn time. Marky Jester, as we all know, once absolutely obliterated Luna Cheese and B-Gamer while in the jet. But it looks like Marky Jester has the jet tonight. I wonder where he is. Marky Jester. He's going slow over the cars. And slow through the first turn. Maybe slower is faster here. Let's see. 20.90. That'll have him in third place, but not towards the top, really. Marky Jester Memer's dead? What are you talking about? It's right there. Give it up for Marky Jester. Next up, VR. Monster Energy 2015. He's got some bouncy tires, it looks like. Close times across the board? Yeah, you're right, Alan. No, he's got a good run there, 20.53. That will have him just ahead of Marky Jester and the Bounty Hunter. And he'll land on his lid. Big wreck after the end, but he should still be drivable. Next up, Green King in Alien of Graves. Always a funny looking truck. I suppose it's a meme truck, so it makes sense. Green King choosing to do a spectator shot. As long as you get a clear shot of the finish line, you can use any camera angle you like. We're on the last turn, carrying a good amount of speed. Just got to check up there. 20.82. He's just ahead of Marky Jester. Oh, he's going over! On his lid. Well, no damage. He'll be good to go. Next up, Mike Bev. Looks like he's retired the Override truck in favor of the Purple Monster Energy truck. Interesting call indeed. Will Raminator ever be made? Ask NKS. He's the one you'd ask for that. Like Bev, going fairly quickly here. Let's see what he's like after this last turn. 17 seconds by the tire. 1923. We have a new leader, and right into the fire truck stack. Doesn't look like he got any damage still. Mike Bev taking the #1 spot. Next up, we have Tamoney Cashflow 1 and Gravedigger. Now, if you take a listen to this truck, I think he's running even lower RPM than 7,000. I think he's running 6,000 or 6,500. He's giving himself a challenge. Ripson. T-Money is staying very stable here. In 1985, we have another 19-second run here. VR still clinging on to top 5, Tubernaut in #4, but this is getting pretty close. Except Daniel in Little Tiger. He's trying to keep some momentum here. He's got a weird bounce. Oh man, he's out of control. That's going to slow him down. 1982 though. Oh man! Rip 4-link. And over on his lid. Not quite. Still on his wheels. 2 wheels. Except Milady in Snow Leopard Madness. Let's see if he can maintain better control than Daniel did. Daniel had some weird suspension geometry going on right about here. Looks like Milady's also got it. But it'll be a fast time. 1908 it looks like. It's a really good time for Milady there. That's one of his best. Next up, Ace Racer in Plum Crazy. Plum Crazy a little bit squirrely off the van stack. Now, Ace Racer has been in my events before. He's been in the Multi-Seat Endurance Championship. Let's see if he's doing good this series. Looks like it. The top 5s are all in the 19-second range. 1963 will put Ace Racer in 4th place. Next up, Wild Hair. Going up. So we saw Wild Hair at the beginning, but that was an example driver here. Gonna see how the regular Wild Hair can do. That name, yeah. I'm not gonna say it, but I'll just say Wild Hair. Looks like Wild Hair is 20.28. It's about the first time we haven't seen a change to the top 5 leaderboard. Yeah, every other truck has had a say in the top 5. That's pretty cool. Next up, the 12th one in Police 19. Got some big air over that first jump. I'm not sure you want to do that. Yeah, looks like you don't want to get some big air over that first jump. 2008, good time, but not enough for the top 5. Next up, Alan in Air Force Afterburner. He's trying to keep his truck calm and collected here. You can see he's not getting any weird suspension geometry wobbling there or anything like that. Carrying some speed here. Alan is very smooth, but it's not going to be enough. 21 seconds on the dot. Avenger on Wildfire body. No, stop. Next up, Max Halpert. In, what is this truck? Savage? I think it's Savage. Relentless, that was close. Oh, you had to check up there for that last turn. 2005. And looks like he's going for one more time around. You only had to do 1 lap, not 2, but it's okay. Relentless, Max Halpert, 2005. Next up, Guard Blast. There he is. Looks like he's excited to be back in the community events. Doing a donut for show. And that's weird. Oh no, what was that? Guard, I think you gotta go! No! It's Marky Jester! He's in the jet! He got guard! There he is! Burnt me turnips, what? No! What? What? He got taken out. Marky Jester hit him with the burnt turnips. Oh man. Marky Jester take the lead, maybe. So if we take a look at the Voodoo Envy truck, I'm running dual front sway bars. I'm trying to go for better front end stability. Let's see how that pans out. A little bit slow around that first corner. A little bit slidey. I think there was a cut Goodyears are not helping out. Eclipsed the turning tire. 2008 is not going to get onto the top 5, unfortunately. Not this time. But the truck survived. It was a fairly clean turn, I guess. That'll be it for time trials. Looks like it will be Jax getting the win. Next up is Best Trick. There's a little bit of a break here if you want to go get a drink or something. Best Trick. After each run, I will be pausing the video to give the chat, you guys, an opportunity to leave a score between 1 and 10. And the top 5 scores will be put on screen as the stream goes on. I already showed how this would do. And yep, break time if you want to go get a drink or, you know, whatever you do during a break. Jack's getting the triple down. I don't know about that. He'll have to be pretty good. This is a truck killer. You gotta survive. And best trick will begin right about now. First up is Sin in the Windbreaker. You can do anything you like for best trick. You don't have the full-on send it. You can do a normal two-wheel skills run if you want. Ooh. Oh, nice. Goes from... Oh, he's out of control here. Oh, man! From an endo to a backflip to moonwalk to some weird flip. He's lost a wheel, but he's still driving. Go ahead, save your scores until after his second hit, which is right here. Trying to bicycle on 3 wheels will just about save it. Give it up for Sin in the Windbreaker. I'll go ahead and pause here. And let's get those scores in. Hey, welcome Duck Holiday. How come you couldn't make it in this time? We'll let Duck Holiday's score be the last one counted. Sin in the Windbreaker will get a score of 4.08. So let's go ahead and add that to the top left here. And because of the way that this text thing works, you got to do the score first and then the name later so that the scores are easy to see. And this is just bonus. He's trying to do something weird here. And that is Sin. Give it up for Sin. Next up, the game. And Forged Through Fire. What you gonna go for here? Nothing that first jump. Our sounds are next sounds, if you say so. He's looking around for his first hit. Lining up for a backflip, it looks like he is. You can see here, the game is on the freestyle variant. You could use whatever track variant you liked for best trick. Whatever you thought you were better on. Backflip to a wheelie, not bad, not bad. His truck is still moving, so he can do one more hit. You trying to go for a donut here or something? Just going for some air. That'll be it for the game and Forged Through Fire. Let's get those scores in. We'll let Robotic score be the last one counted. And the game will get a score of 2.82. Those are not new sounds, those are just some sounds that the game put in his game. Except Tubernaut Steel Dragon, he's choosing to use the racing layout of the track for his best trick attempt. I forget, is Steel Dragon Tubernaut's own truck or is this someone else's design? Going for a bit of a moonwalk up the hill. Down the hill. Up the van stack. Some good balance so far. He's balancing on the hood, it looks like. Not bad, not bad. It's Tubernaut's okay. Tubernaut's doing really good here with balancing on those front wheels. They're not BKTs though, so I don't know. Maybe I'll have to dock him a few points there. Oh! Alright, he'll get the flip. The moon flip. Maximum flip, whatever you want to call it. It's a really good first hit. His truck's still alive. He can do one more hit if he wants. Better than Hawk? I don't think so. He sat on the hood. He wasn't truly balanced. Let's see what his last hit here is. If he's going to even go for one. Corkscrew. Bit of a bicycle. That'll be it for Tubernaut. Give it up for Steel Dragon. What are your scores? That's enough scoring. Freddy's score will be the last one counted. Tubernaut will get a score of 6.27. He will be in the lead for his own event, or for his own track. Give it up for Tubernaut. Next up, Max Halpert in Relentless. Max going for a backflip off the side of the bus. We saw Sin try that, but it led to his truck getting damaged. Let's see how Max does here. Fairly clean. Wheelie across the van stack. Still carrying a wheelie. It's a pretty good first hit. Not quite as long lasting as Tubernaut's though. How will the fans judge that? Max going for one more hit. Trying for a bicycle. Unfortunately, that's not a very good spot to start a bicycle. Oh no, can he save it into the containers? The sidewall save it a little bit. That'll be it for Max Halpert in Relentless. What are your scores? And we will let Clown Games be the last one counted. Max Halpert in Relentless gets a score of 4.06. That puts him right behind Sin. Yeah, Hawk's two-wheel skills was so good that it actually wasn't included because it would be embarrassing to everyone else. Except Miseria, Cantare in Austin 316. I didn't follow the rules in racing, so his racing run wasn't included, but he's going a bit crazy here in Best Trick to make up for it. Balance on one wheel. Going for another hit, some big air. And he'll break a wheel off on the bus stack. Not what he wanted to do, I don't think, but that's his run. Do not beg for a shout-out, please. We'll let MJ Productions be the last score counted. And Miseria Cantare gets a score of 1.84. And we'll have him at the bottom of the stack so far. In bed. Next up, RJRandovich, Pastrana 199. Coop, be quiet. My favorite World Finals? Probably gotta be the one where Militia full Senta on the first hit. 2014. Randovich going for a wheelie into a momentum flip. Not bad, not bad. And I guess this is the second hit, going for a donut. How fast can he go on 7,000 RPM? Now give it up for Pastrana 199. What are your scores? I'll let MJ Productions. No, Brady's score can be the last one included. A 3.89 for RJRandovich. That'll have him in 4th place. And that will mean Ashton 316 gets booted from the leaderboard. Next up, VR in a new body Monster Energy 2015. He's kept the damage from racing, so that's cool of him to keep that consistency. So VR typically runs a lot of power, but of course you're limited on power this event. Let's see how he does this time around. Going for some moonwalks. And we're speeding it up here because, trust me, this is a long one. You can see how long he was on the front end for. Here, it's over a minute. Over 2 minutes. Three minutes and 40 seconds is what we're at now. He's lost it a little bit here. He's trying to get control right into the containers. And I think he's stuck there. Almost 4 minutes of moonwalks. That is pretty good. Give it up for VR and Monster Energy. Or what's left of Monster Energy. Let's get their scores in. I'm going to change that from a 12 to a 10, and that'll be the last score counted. VR and Monster Energy gets a score of 5.28 that will put him in second place. That will mean the game is booted from the bottom. Next up, To Money, Cash Flow, and Gravedigger. He's on the freestyle variant for his best trick. Got the flag waving. Bit of air into a moonwalk. Back up the hill. Some great balance. He didn't even break the hood yet. Good balance for the first hit there. Not as long lasting as Tubernaut or VR. He's got another hit he can do. What's he gonna do? Going for a bicycle into a sidewall. Not what he wanted to do. Can he save it? Perfect parking. Look at that. Good job, in Gravedigger. Let's get their scores in. Seven for perfect park. And it is a perfect park. I wouldn't have been able to do that if I tried. I think we'll let MJ Productions score be the last one counted. Team Money gets a score of 4.74. That will put him in third place. And that will knock RJRandovich off the bottom for top 5. Give it up for Gravedigger. Mike Bev in the purple Monster Energy. Mike Bev usually known for good two-wheel skills. I don't know what he's going to do here tonight. Oh man, looks like he's going to go for a send it. What's he going to do? trying to go for a corkscrew right into the van stack. Not bad, not bad. Truck's still alive after that. Look at that. He didn't even get any damage. Even as a photo op, it looks like. He's high-centered it. No. And unfortunately, his next hit does not seem to have been too good. But the first one, the corkscrew, with no damage. Let's make sure he's not going to go for something else here. I don't think he is. Nope. Get your scores in for Mike Bev in Monster Energy. Quit rigging it? I gotta rescore. People are like taking away their scores. We'll let Daydreams run their score, be the last one counted. Mike Bev gets a score of 6.37. That will just put him in the lead. I'm not sure if that's some rigged scoring or not, but oh well. And rip Max Halpert and Relentless. Do we have rigs garage? Yes, I do. Next up, Alan, Air Force Afterburner. What's he gonna try here? He's trying to copy Mike, it looks like. Going for a bit of a corkscrew landing straight into a wheelie. He's overscored. Oh well. One hit wonder. What are you doing, Alan? Oh well. He had a good one hit, but I will get your scores in for Alan.